now moving through new parameters in your life, moving through new parameters in your daily life where that is concerned, as you now move into your month of May, a month of fruition, a month of newness, a month of releasing the old where that is concerned, which is a common theme as we come to you from time to time, dear ones, releasing the old in your life. But many now are fully releasing that old in their life where that is concerned, and are in a in-between period of life where that is concerned, not quite sure what is transpiring where they are in their life where that is concerned. In many ways feeling somewhat disillusioned with life where that is concerned, because they are in a newness of life, a newness within themselves where that is concerned. And they're opening up to this newness within themselves, but they must move through an incubation period of that newness where that is concerned. Many are now moving through, in your month of May, a rebirth into the depth and breadth of who they truly are, a rebirth into the depth and breadth of their truth where that is concerned, a rebirth into a depth of loving, honoring, and valuing themselves more deeply than they ever have before, by making choices and decisions that best serve their highest good where that is concerned. What is transpiring, dear ones, in your month of May, you are simply moving deeper within the depth and breadth of your heart space where that is concerned, moving to a greater depth of detaching yourself energetically from the third dimensional realm where that is concerned, fully releasing your attachments to the third dimensional realm outside of yourself. Many who have looked outside of themselves for the stimulation, for the gratification, for the titillation of the nervous system are finding that invariably no longer exists in their life where that is concerned. So they are not quite sure what is transpiring within themselves where that is concerned, and they are now moving into a depth and breadth of solitude in many ways where that is concerned. Not so much isolation and separation, for that is the old pattern, habit, ritual behavior that simply subsides everything within you. They are moving into a place of solitude where that is a much needed aspect of the solitude where they can now regroup their energy, regroup themselves, and move into a newness in the rebirth of the month of May where that is concerned. So it is most important, dear ones, now that you are moving into your new month of May where that is concerned in the year of 2021, is to move into this place and begin to see your choices ahead where that is concerned. So what is also transpiring now in your month of May, deeper and deeper and deeper feelings are surfacing from many who are choosing to move into that place of releasing the old wounding, releasing the old conditioning, releasing all of that which no longer serves them, so they can move into the rebirth of who they truly are and their mission and purpose in this lifetime where that is concerned, into the full beingness of who they are. Many have learned great lessons in the last few months of your year. Many have learned great lessons about their old habits, patterns, rituals, behaviors with us. Many have learned great lessons about who they are. Many have encountered many wonderful and glorious souls moving into their life and being the trigger point for the rebirth where that is concerned, the rebirth into themselves, learning so much more into the depth and breadth of themselves where that is concerned. So in many ways, it's about looking at the relationships that have served you in these last few months from the beginning of your year of 2021 into now your month of May where that is concerned. Look at now the relationships that have fully served you to grow, that have fully served you to move into the full beingness of self, that fully served you to learn more about the old habits, patterns, rituals, and behaviors, that fully served you to move into the depth and breadth of the wounding of mom and dad where that is concerned. And see how that great love, that great aspect of themselves are now being revealed to themselves as well where that is concerned. So in many ways, dear ones, your month of May is somewhat of a celebration that you are now rebirthing into the new that will begin to take place in the second half of your year of 2021 as you move into your month of June where that is concerned. So for many, your month of May is a rebirth into the depth and breadth of the truth of yourselves as you continue to look at your attachment to the third dimensional realm outside of yourself. Many looking at the validation, gratification, excitement in your life. Looking outside of yourself, dear ones, for the meaning of life. Looking outside of yourself for the meaning of you. Looking outside of yourself to get your meaning of life within you. The meaning, value, and purpose of your life as we have said many, many times before, comes from within. So it is now a full release of your attachments to the third dimensional realm, something that we have been speaking to you about more often than not where that is concerned. Releasing your attachments to the third dimensional realm outside of yourself. Detaching energetically to the low, dense vibrational aspects of the third dimensional realm outside of yourself where that is concerned. And that is leading to creating a new collective consciousness within you that can begin to create a new collective consciousness with those whom you quite possibly are shifting relationships with or forming new relationships with it where that is concerned. So it is about now finding the resources within you, finding the resources outside of yourself with those who resonate and vibrate at a level as you do and are on the same pathway as you are in the spiritual sense of your beingness. And what we mean by the spiritual sense of your beingness is moving to multidimensional realms where that is concerned and entertaining that energy that is now moving in full force into your earthly plane in this month of May where that is concerned. Many energies that are entering your month of May into your earthly plane where that is concerned are now moving within and beginning, dear ones, to fortify the depth and breadth of the truth of who you truly are where that is concerned. So in many ways, dear ones, what is transpiring in your life is many are now forming a new identity of who they are. Forming a new identity of who they are, which is based in the true beingness of who you are. So in many ways you might feel that you are not yourself any longer. You may not have an identity. What has transpired in your life no longer excites you or gives you that sense of excitation where that is concerned. That is because, dear ones, you're releasing your attachments to the third dimensional realm of gratification and validation. You're now moving within the depth and breadth of your heart space, dear ones, to the full beingness of self. Many are finding themselves in a stationary aspect of themselves, not wanting or feeling that they need to do anything in life. In many ways, dear ones, simply being who they are. Because you are in a period of time of reforming your identity of self. We'll say that again, dear ones. Reforming your identity of self. Who are you, dear ones? Who were you, dear ones? And where are you now? Many are now beginning to fully release their attachments to the wounding of the wounded child. Many are now differentiating as the adult. Many are now just individuating from mom and dad. Many are now moving into the full adult self and making choices from the adult self, not from the wounded child. The wounded child's perspective. Moving to a greater sense of we consciousness, but in a different way. A new sense of we consciousness where there is no longer an obligation to the we, but simply a choice to create we consciousness. And there is a difference. Many are moving out of their obligations in life, doing what they think they are obligated to do. Remaining in relationships through a sense of obligation that it is important to take care of that other in that relationship. Many are now seeing these old habits, patterns, rituals, and behaviors. And that is shifting the beingness of their self inside themselves where they're shifting the full fiber of their being. And that is what we mean by, dear ones, moving from the old into the new.